Good morning, YouTube. Yeah, it's time to edit video.
What have you been up to?
I've been riding on a daydream.
So, slept really well last night. Of course, we had the air conditioner cranked and got it nice and cool in here. In the middle of the night, though, I kind of got warm. I'm still playing around with the air conditioners and how I like to set them. What I did was kept them both on automatic, and they were shutting off in the night. And we just needed some air to keep circulating, so I got up, I don't know what time, and I set the one in the dining area to run on low cool. That way, once it got the temperature, it shut off the compressor, but it would keep the fan going. And of course, since everything's ducted, there was some air that was coming into the bedroom, and that air conditioner, for the most part, in the bedroom stayed off all night. I think it only came on twice, and they were both set at the same temperature. So just the one air conditioner did a really good job. Plus, it was relatively cool last night. I think it was down to 65, something like that outside. So inside, I'm sure it was pretty close to the same. And we kept our temperature pretty low. Heidi's got a crock pot. She brought the big crock pot. We have a nice small crock pot just for her and I. But for some reason, she wants to cook, even though she's not doing it today. She's cooking ribs today. She wanted to cook 4 of those of chicken quarters. 4 chicken quarters at the same time. I'm not, I guess, just for leftovers, which I guess that's fine. But I don't know if I want to have chicken 2 days in a row. So I hope she eats 2 quarters, and I'll try to eat 2 quarters. Seems like a lot, though. Usually we only have 1 quarter, especially if she makes something with it, which she will. She always does, like baked potatoes or some sort of side of some kind. I bet you it's a baked potato, though. We'll find out. So, yeah, I've got to edit the video. I got to finish editing the torque lift stable loads, because I've had a bunch of that installation stuff already edited, and I have the project saved. So I just need to add these last few clips and put that up. Then I will go ahead and finish out day 1, and maybe I'll attempt to upload. If I get both of them edited, I'll probably drive into Ravenna. I don't really want to go anywhere, but I'll probably drive into Ravenna and upload them there. That way, 2 videos get uploaded. I don't mind trying to upload 1 video overnight using a hotspot, but 2 videos, that's a little bit too much, especially how long my videos go. You know how that is. Yeah, we definitely need to get into a different plan. And after talking with Herbie, Red Jaguar 100, hey Herbie, and Marcus, which I think Marcus, he's attempting to try to show up here, I think. Heidi's doing most of the conversing there. I don't think that I really commented on anything that he was talking about. Both him and Herbie, and I think even Traveling Robert, they all said that Togo, to look into the Togo, which if I was on the road full time right now, I would definitely have it. There's nothing right now that tells me that there's anything better out there. And in my case, it really works out because I have a hotspot on my phone. And just to give you an idea, I pay... okay, whatever this guy's getting ready to say, he's a liar. It's just I forgot. I was shooting from the hip, and editing the video now. I'm like, holy cow, I wasn't even close. So what we pay, we have the T-Mobile One, and I have a military discount. I have an auto pay discount. We get Netflix for free. We can stream a bunch of stuff, for free if we keep the resolution kind of low, which we don't ever do that. And we have unlimited text, unlimited data, unlimited phone calls on 4 lines. 3 of the lines, the data is 4G. All 4 of the lines, using the phone, you have 4G data. All of them. 3 of them you can hotspot, but they only have 3G on the hotspot. And then I pay an extra $25 for mine so I can have 4G hotspot. And they don't normally say anything or send me a text or anything till I'm over 50 gigabytes. Same with the other lines too. If you go over 50 gigabytes, all they say at that point is if you get into a congested area, it may, slow it down. It may cause it to where you have, slowed speeds. I've never seen it. It's never happened to us, but obviously they're sending me a message, so I guess it could happen. And we've been really happy with it. Those 4 lines is $100. It's $80 for Heidi's and I, and then $10 for the extra phone that we have, and then $10 for our son's phone. And then I pay $25. So $125 before taxes and all that crap. And I mean, it's good. I mean, if I want to stick one of these SIM cards up in that Sky Pro Ranger thing, I could. I mean, there's a lot of things that we could go with here. But the nice thing is that Togo, it works off of AT&T. And then, of course, our plans with T-Mobile. So between the two, we have pretty good gap coverage, I should say. All right, let's get back to this video here. Togo operates off of AT&T, I believe. It's an AT&T. So that would be nice. That would be nice that I would have another carrier. And like I said, yeah, with the initial outlay, I think it's like $400. I think it's only about $40 a month, $30 a month. And that one's truly unlimited. They say that there's some sort of throttling for the same reason that I just talked about, but it's usually over 100 gigabytes, something like that. I don't know. I don't know how much it is. The people that I heard talk about it said that they use quite a bit of data, and they've never had it slow down. So, yeah, we'll look into that. Now, I do still have that Sky Ranger. Some people had asked about that. Yeah, it came with the unit. You couldn't get the unit without it. It's part of the package. And it's the Wi-Fi Ranger Sky LTE Pro 4. And as far as the internet, connecting up to Wi-Fi, I haven't been close enough to any Wi-Fi to try it out. Maybe I'll try this Campground. I'll see if I can get, see how well it does there. Oh, the air just kicked off. I'll see how well it connects up to the internet here at the campground, if at all. And, of course, I could also put a SIM card up there, and that would also help pick in. I could actually go through, a cell service, for cell data again. So I could actually add Verizon on and have one Verizon line and click into it. There's a lot of options here. There's tons of options. I'll tell you one thing, though. Climbing that ladder and putting that antenna up, I definitely got to find something better to do there to set it up. I don't know what else I could do, but that was a rough climb. You seen how high that bumper was. All right, let me get to work. You guys aren't going to see any of this stuff. Well, I've got one video done. I'm setting up another one. Right now, I'm downloading one of my videos from YouTube because I don't have all my hard drives with me, and I want to put in a clip from a previous video. But I thought we'd go outside. I noticed that it's a little bit windy out here today, but I don't think it's terribly too hot. They were talking that it was just going to be horrible out here, and quite honestly, I don't see it. Wow, is this place packed in, huh? There's an empty spot there, empty spot there, empty spot there. It looks like that there's somebody going to be coming in over here. So anyways, this is one of the reasons we like this park so much. And as far as full hookups, there's not a ton of them. This whole loop that we're in, it's the loop. You can see that's where it comes in. Just loop around. This is all full hookup here. The internet here has never been great, at least with T-Mobile. If you want good internet, you need to get on the point that's over here. There's one spot that's not too bad. And then we also like it because of the restrooms. Wait till you see how nice it is in these restrooms. And I'll tell you what happened was before Kasich got into office in Ohio here, the Ohio State Parks was given funding, and these were going to be the bathhouses at all the state parks. But unfortunately,
when he got into office, he cut funding to the state parks, and they didn't get to build any other than these, and I think a couple other places. You can see what the showers look like. They're private. And there's laundry facilities. And snack machines. And of course the restrooms. Baby changing station. It's kind of like a rest stop. Like I said though, it's always nice. They're always nice. Probably because they're relatively new. Well, I shouldn't say that. They've been here for quite a few years. But they're taken care of. And then your cleaning stations. Yeah. It's pretty delightful. And then if you see this area here where the road splits, you got that road there and that road there. Everything in the middle are pull-through sites, and almost all of them are full hookup from a certain point out this way. Yeah, they did a good job setting this place up. Alright, let's go back to the camper. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised that these sites aren't taken up. That one looks a little bit unlevel the opposite way. Looks like it slopes down. I remember one year we came and a guy had drove his truck down in the ditch. I don't know. I mean, it's tight sometimes, but that's why I didn't want bigger than 30 foot. I'm sure I'm going to run into that situation at some point, though. We'll go back here since I got a little bit more camera time, because I know that video is not done downloading. I'm telling you, I'm not even breaking a sweat or nothing. It is not hot today at all. It is just pleasant. I really feel bad Heidi's trapped at work. I should call up to her work and pretend we have an emergency. Say, hurry, you need to come get your sunshine vitamin. You need to get vitamin D. But this is kind of a common area, even though the fire ring here is basically for this campsite. You can see there's a path here. And occasionally people will walk through, but all the time we've been here, I think there's only been a couple of kids that walk through. And there's deer. There's usually almost always deer that walk through here. I was thinking about putting out that clam shelter that we have, because, yeah. So, I went ahead and started shopping for levelers. And I have such mixed feelings about those Anderson, the plastic ones, because, of course, for you to be able to pull up on them, you need to be able to stick one of the wedges in between the tires. And it's a little tight there, and they tell you have to maybe cut them down. You might have to cut, part of the ramp of the thing, cut it off. And like somebody said, for the money they charge for them, why don't they offer two different sizes so you don't have to cut them off yourself? Which is a good point. I can't say that's not a valid point there. So the other thing is they offer those rubber mats so that they don't slide on the ground when you're trying to back up on them. A lot of people say they just slide. Now, there's other companies that make, copycats of those same levelers, and those have their own problems too. So, I don't know. Maybe I should just get those Lego blocks. But those Lego blocks, I noticed, like if you're in mud, forget about it. I mean, they just pack in the mud and they become basically, some sort of cookie cutter that now you've got all these things you got to clean out that are filled with mud. Then you have the rubber mat ones. The problem with the thick rubber ones are heavy, so you're just carrying around extra weight. I mean, how much heavier they could be, these pieces of wood, but still, if you're going, the piece of wood hardly cost me anything. I don't remember. about these woolly bears. I know some of them are poisonous and you should stay away from them. And I don't know if this is one of them or not. But he's getting to where he needs to go. Tell you right now, buddy, winter's a coming. So I finally got this one edited. It's being produced, and boy, that's a long one you guys just watched. It's like 50 minutes. Look at our new neighbors. Does it look familiar? I don't know if you can tell through the screen there. But yeah, they got a black F-250 or 350, I can't tell. I think it's a little bit older than ours. And then they've got a Rockwood Ultralight. It's the same color scheme, probably the same year too, but it's a different one. I think it's got a rear kitchen in it. So it's kind of interesting that they're right next to us. What a disaster in here. Okay, I gotta go outside. Even though I think it's gonna rain, Heidi said it'd be nice to be able to sit out here bug free tonight, because there was a few bugs that were kind of hanging out with us last night in this area. Like I said earlier, it wasn't humid. Well, guess what? It got humid. It's definitely humid. Yeah, I'm just going to get that one folding chair and put it in there so Heidi and I can sit in there and listen to music, because a few of you know about this. Yeah, this thing's really cool. It's a light, and it's a Bluetooth speaker with a remote control. So we haven't used it for a long time. We'll put that in there and listen to music and have light. How nice. So here we are in the screen room, and when I say we, I mean me and you guys. Heidi's on her way though. She had to stop at the store and get some ice and something else. I can't remember what else she said. Pickled eggs, I think. I don't like those, so she's getting them. So anyways, yeah, there's the speaker deal. It's just hanging from a bungee cord up there, and I don't know if you can hear that exhaust off in the distance as I listen to tranquil music here. We've had 3 Harleys come through here, and now some kind of a hot rod. And I told you guys how I felt about that in the past, and if you guys didn't hear it, well, you're gonna hear it this time. And that is, this ain't a car show. I understand it's a state park and you can drive through as long as you have a registered vehicle for the road with insurance. But what makes you think that I came all the way out and rented this spot and wanted to enjoy nature and hang out, just kind of, you know, kick back, relax, listen to the birds, and instead listen to you guys drive your Harleys and trikes through the park? And like in this case, I don't care. I like cars. I'm a car person. This is a cool car. I don't want to hear it. I don't want that through here. Keep that crap out somewhere where somebody wants to hear that stuff. I didn't come to a car show. I didn't come to a motorcycle show. I came camping. Ugh, just horrible. Alright, I'm going to listen to my tranquil music here and relax until Heidi gets here. Alright, Heidi joined us. She had beef ribs cooking in the crock pot all day today. So she got here and put on a little barbecue sauce and made baked potatoes and sweet potatoes. And look, she even got us ice cream for dessert. And man, I'm just going to be huge and fat sitting right here in this chair. So from what I gather is we've got some people that are going to come visit us tomorrow. And then we've got some people that we're going to visit with on Thursday.
Yes.
The neighbor came over, the one that has the ultralight, and he had it's a small world, but again, maybe not. I mean, we are in Ohio. He had a unit that was a 2017, and they had storms come through and it blew it over on its side and crushed the slides and all kinds of stuff. So his replacement insurance, he went and got basically the exact same one, but he does have a new 2020. So if you guys know that I talked about that,
What model was that? 29?
I don't remember what he said, 2903, 2908, something like that. So as you guys I mentioned prior, Rockwood makes a 2604 SW. Well, that SW must be replacing these WS's. And there's some nice things about it. And they did, improve some stuff. Like I mentioned, the black water flush is on the right side. And one thing they're doing on all the new 2020 models is they're changing the floor plans. You can't get our floor plan anymore unless you get an old one, and an old 2020. And they're also putting receiver hitches on the back mounted to the frame, so you can put accessories back there. I think you can hold about 300 pounds. That's something I might be able to add if I wanted to put a cargo, but I really want to keep the cargo up against the RV as much as possible. So anyways, we talked to them for a while, and they got their RV from
Ruff's RV.
Ruff's RV. Same salesman. Everything.
Old Ricky.
Yeah, old Rick. So if you got anybody has shopping need for a Rockwood, you may want to go check out Ruff's RV, because it seems like a lot of people are going there. So we're going to hang out here. The night it's starting to cool off a little bit. Not much though. And there's a lot of people starting to come into this campground. And the funny part is there's a lot of visitors. There's lots of people that are here with their cars parked in empty lots, visiting other people, which I think is kind of funny. But yeah, we're just going to zone out for the rest of the night, most likely. Not much going on today, so maybe I can make this a long video by adding on tomorrow. It all depends. I know tomorrow, though, first thing I got to do, or not the first thing, but one of the things I have to do tomorrow is get those videos uploaded for you guys, so you can see what's happening. You got anything you want to add?
Nope.
She's sitting here and answering.
One day closer to.
Yeah, one day closer to
off.
actually having a day off. This is the one thing I love about camping. When it gets really dark outside and you can't see anything at all. There is a light coming from the bathhouse. It's lighting some stuff up, but other than that, whew, it's dark. We don't have lights on the camper, so you can't really see anything there. There's some people's got some lights down there. Yeah, pretty amazing.
Good morning, YouTube, and welcome to yet another day at West Branch Camping. And not editing videos yet. Actually, I didn't even download the video from yesterday because I told you I was going to put them together. We have some visitors that are going to be most likely showing up today, and I think we have another set of visitors that are going to be meeting up with us tomorrow. So this is going to be interesting. The sites that are in the area are still available for a couple days. I guess that what I was looking at, and the reason that I didn't see a lot of sites available, was because I was looking for a full hookup site for a long period of time. And when I mean long, I mean like 4 days in a row. And unfortunately, none of those are available for 4 days. But I guess they're available for maybe like 2 days. One of them might even be available for 3 days. I'm not sure how it's working out. But anyways, that's going to give us an opportunity to bump up with some of our subscribers, which will be really cool. So right now I'm actually producing a video that I've already produced, or the program is. And the reason is because I just seen that Google's new policies went into effect, and we had a slightly racier version. I don't know how to say it without showing you guys, but yeah, maybe we'll release it on our Patreon page what was going on. But yeah, that's I thought about it, and it's like, well, that's definitely could be construed as not family friendly. I mean, even though a curse word slips every once in a while, yeah, that probably would have crossed the line at some point, because I would imagine if my kids were real young and they watched it, they would have had questions about, well, why did she do that? I'll just leave it at that. So what we're going to do here is let this thing upload. I went ahead and took my shower this morning, and I'm going to put down the canopy that's outside, the clam thing, because I guess later we're going to have rain, so they say. Not a very big chance, but there's enough chance that I don't really want to put that thing away wet. It'd be different if it's just going to rain today and then be, sunshine for 3 days, but basically we're only going to be here a couple more days, and there's rain in the forecast those last 2 days, so I need to put it away. And once that's put away, and once this is done producing, I think I'm going to take the laptop, grab it all, and just take it uptown and into Ravenna, and turn on my hotspot and see what kind of upload speeds I got, which should be really good, and go ahead and upload these videos, and then come back here and put all the details in them. One of you guys, if you don't know, whenever you shoot videos for YouTube, there's a lot of stuff that you can add after the fact, like those little pop-up things that show up if you're watching on the right kind of medium, phone or tablet, something like that. I don't know if it does it on a computer. It might do it on computer too, or maybe it's designed for computer and it don't show up on phone. One or the other. But yeah, what it does is it will give you the chance to show what videos you might be referring to. When people say, oh, click the link up above here. Yeah, but you got to do that after the video's already uploaded. You can't do it prior. So there's that. Plus I have to add titles for music that's used that's not normal music, for copyright infringement rules. And then the end screen, whenever you see that little doon, 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 doon. Whenever you see that going across, that little RV, there's always something that pops up. Usually I just let YouTube decide what pops up there. But anyways, all that has to be added after the video's uploaded. So I got to get them uploaded. They won't be live then. You got to come back, and then at that point make them live, or schedule them to be live at a later time. All right, enough with the tutorial.
All right, so I've got my laptop, and I pulled down the awning just in case I don't get back before it rains, which I'm sure I will. I ain't gonna be there forever. Ooh, look at all those bees. Heidi wouldn't have been happy about that. Those are all bumblebees. Look at them all. Wow, you're not gonna be able to see them so much on this camera. Wow, there's a lot of them. There's lots and lots of them. Heidi don't like bumblebees at all. I'm not a big bee fan myself, but I can leave them be. So anyways, going back to what I was saying, we're supposed to have storms, well, let me rephrase that. We're supposed to have rain with the potential of thunderstorms, and the front's coming in from the north. That's that direction. So I dropped this side of the awning quite a bit. And then I dropped this side a little bit, but not much. The clam shelter's away. And for you guys wanting to know about the clam shelter and more about it, I did a review on that before and talked about it, set it up and everything, and it's delightful. It's lovely. It's very lovely. I love it. However, the floor part of it, which we have a floor, which I suggest you get the floor because it keeps all the ground bugs and moisture from coming up underneath of it. If you're doing the floor, you got to maybe store that separately. You might not be able to do it at the same time as the rest of the canopy because it might be wet. Holy cow. I think he's going to put his weight distribution bars up. Maybe he's just trying to get through. Maybe he does like I do. I used to do the same thing. I would run without my weight distribution bars until I got to the park entrance. He probably has equalizers and they're noisy and he don't want to be noisy. That thing is dipping low. So, speaking of dipping low, what kind of dip set that up so low? Yeah, I'm going to go into town now. Oh, I got to lock the RV. Damn it. Do you need a remote? No. Is it nice to have a remote? Yeah. Nice, huh? Heidi's got one too. That way she can lock up when she leaves in the morning without having to deal with the keypad. So that's what we're doing. Let's go to Kent, or actually Ravenna. and see what's happening there.
We're in Ravenna, and I'm not exactly parked where I want to be, but you can see the speeds are pretty good here. I remember them being a little bit faster than this, but nonetheless, they're okay. They're not bad. The downloads, obviously, that's not really what I'm concerned with, tell you the truth, because downloads don't mean squat. not for what we're doing here. It's all about the upload, and the upload used to run around 70, 75, and for some reason it's dropped considerably. I'm not sure why, but yeah, that's not, you know, the best scenario for my situation here, but yeah, let's see how long this is going to take. All right, homie, don't think so. 2 hours and 5 minutes. Yeah, there's something definitely changed. Like I said, it used to be only about 40 minutes to upload an hour-long video. And this video, although it's 53 minutes, still, I don't get it. What I'll do is I'm going to leave this uploading. I'm going to drive, and I'm going to see what happens here. I'm going to see if I can find a spot that maybe just gets a little bit faster for some reason. But it seems to me that the network must be really packed here, because, like I said, it used to be like 70 on the uploads, and obviously that's not what we're getting. So this is a wash. I thought, well, if I could find a place that maybe I can grab a bite to eat and keep an eye on my truck, it'd be okay. I'm at Dairy Queen. Not that I need ice cream or any of that stuff, and I'm actually not going to get anything because this is taking too long here, and I don't want to go back up in town. I don't want to waste 2 hours when I got a campground that I can be at. So unfortunately, you guys aren't going to see this video in a timely manner. I apologize, but you guys probably already realized that this stuff has already been done, said and done, for that matter. All right, new scene, new location, and I'm glad that I tried this out. This is real close to the, I don't know what to say. This is 14 and 59. Let's say that. Actually, it's 44 and 14 and 59. This is 59 that's in front of us here. And then 44 and 14 combines just in this area. So anyways, at that intersection, which isn't that far from the campground, I noticed that I was kind of uploading sort of fast. So even with this uploading and using bandwidth, and I had music playing off of this, that may be stealing a little bit of signal from the booster. Anyways, it still read faster than what I was getting up in town. So this is good to know. This is really good to know. Still saying 2 hours and 50 minutes, though. I'm going to give it a little bit of time here. I got to go in and do some shopping. I got to pick up some taco sauce and some cheese and something else. There's something else I need. Q-tips. I think we need Q-tips. Yeah, I'm glad that I walked over to Circle K. I got a little breakfast sandwich. Got a little orange juice. But I've only got 30 minutes left, 28 minutes left on my upload, so that works. And for you guys that aren't around this area, Circle K. I don't know where Circle K's are. I mean, I'm assuming they're a franchise, and I'm sure they cover quite a bit of the U.S. I mean, Circle K's been around for a while. However, if you don't have Circle K, even if you do have Circle K, you might not have what we have here. You got a bag of chips, and that's because this is a Lawson's chip dip. Now, for you guys that don't know what Lawson's is, Lawson's used to be a store that was in Cuyahoga Falls. They made bread, and there was other dairy products that they handled, but their chip dip, just incredible. I mean, don't get me wrong, I think that there's other chip dips that are out there that are sold by like the Dollar General. I think it's Land O'Lakes maybe. It's pretty close too. It's really good, but Lawson's, everybody knew in this area about Lawson's. It's just like Swenson's. Everybody knows in this area about Swenson's. And Lawson's was just huge. So anyways, Lawson's had gone out of business. They got bought up by another company. I can't remember who it was originally. Dairy Mart. Lawson's got bought out by a bunch of Dairy Marts, or Dairy Mart bought them out, or
when Lawson's went out of business, I don't know all the details behind it, but anyways, then they continued. Anyways, they continued the Lawson's chip dip at Dairy Mart, so you could still go to Dairy Mart and buy Lawson's. And now looks like Circle K must have taken over Dairy Mart, and they're still continuing to have Lawson's chip dip. They had a special on it, 2 for $5, and these are big. These are 16 ounces each. And they're good till December 3rd, so I got plenty of chip dip. So I'm glad about that. Like I said, 25 minutes. I can do that. I can take my breakfast sandwich and nibble on it and listen to music, and I'm happy with that. And you guys will get to see a video before we get home, so that's nice. Done. Not too bad. And the laptop still has an hour and 18 minutes left, but it's processing. I don't need this anymore. I can disconnect everything. Awesome. I'm all good now. So we'll go ahead and let's shut this down. I don't like to just close the lid. So now we'll go back. Unfortunately, I can't upload both videos that I wanted. The other one is the Stable Loads review. So you'll see that. You'll see that probably before you see this. A little bit of rain just started falling. Just the tiniest bit. So I made it back just in time. Glad I took down that clam canopy, because honestly I didn't think that it was going to be that long, but it was. So I gotta get inside and start doing a little bit more finessing so you can see this video. Just looking at this window, see if there's any improvements I can make. Wonder if the reason that it leaked was because of this area here. It looks like it kind of stands out a bit. I don't know. That's something to play with another day. One of those things that I always have a tendency to notice is something weird. And I need to go and look at it. Alright, inside, relax, let's get this video up for you. And maybe I'll try to upload the other video from here just overnight. Yeah, I could do that. Good afternoon, YouTube. I slept in till, I don't know, about 9, and yeah, we've been busy this morning so far. As you can see, we're in the car, and that's because we're going to go out to eat again, and that's because we have yet another group of YouTubers that they want to go out and eat. That's kind of the thing I guess everybody does, so this is fun. We're just leaving the campground, and we're going to be heading quite a ways away from the place, because we're wanting to eat at Outback Steakhouse. The closest one's over in Cuyahoga Falls, but it works out because the YouTubers that are following us right now, it's behind us. I don't know if you guys can see their truck back there. It's Mike and Cindy Travels, if you want to check out their channel. And they're from Massillon, so this is kind of on the way back towards their house, so this works out for everybody. Big shout out to Marcus and Michelle. We had a great time with you guys last night. We all went out and ate. That was fun. You have a good time? I had a drink, which was fun for me. And Heidi, because of her limited diet, it kind of sucks for her to some extent, but She always has a good time regardless, because she's with me. But yeah, we went out with them. Now, if you guys want to check out their channel, it's Mark's Adventures. So check out their channel. He's just kind of getting that started to some extent, even though he's told us, I mean, it's the age-old problem we all have, and that is trying to find time to post videos. He has a lot of footage for a lot of trips, so he's slowly putting all that up. And again, Mike and Cindy Travels behind us, that's their channel. Go check them out. It's always fun to be able to just find or get turned on to new channels, and sometimes things just click, regardless of what you're expecting out of the channel. Some people like to do full-blown, kind of channels with production and transitions and everything else, and other people's just like to show you what's going on. Turn on the camera and say, hi, here's the camera, I'm doing my thing, and that's kind of it. So it's kind of cool. I kind of like the whole idea that like Mike and Cindy's Travels, he said it's real raw what he does, and he enjoys that kind of footage. So
turn left onto Ohio 5 bypass, State Route 5 West.
Boy, you're being awful bossy today, aren't you, lady? So anyways, that's where we're heading to, and that's what we're going to be up to right now. I know that's not much for RVing, but in our case, this is kind of common for us, right? I mean, we do this a lot. And the funny part is we had Big Mike park his truck on the grass at our campsite, and the park worker, the work camper that came by in the cart, he said, hey, just to let you guys know, just a reminder, you're not supposed to park on the grass. And he goes, we said, okay, thanks, appreciate it. And he said, no problem, RV Daydream. And we don't have any signs out or anything, because we have to hook up with John and Jean. At some point, we got to get over to the East Coast. We're finding that to be a common theme, but John and Jean has our sign, so that wasn't out. And the guy goes, I subscribe. He goes, I'm a subscriber. That was really cool. So yeah, the whole thing with that East Coast, we're finding that we've got a lot of subscribers that watch us that are on the East Coast, and all of them say you should come out. You should come out that way and enjoy yourself. And I just don't necessarily have thought about going there initially, but there's a good reason to, that's for sure, no doubt about it. So we might have to do that. So maybe we'll have to plan out some kind of trip that we're going to go up to Maine. We'll drive all the way up to Maine and then work the coast. I can see that being a good 2 weeks worth of driving trip, that's for sure. So that'll be up to Heidi, since that's a vacation thing for her. But it'd be fun. And the fact that we're going to be stopping talking with people, that'll put us on some sort of time schedule, I'm sure, too. All right, that's it for now. We'll pick this up a little bit later. We're going to get our bellies full and then head back to the campsite, most likely. Even though Cuyahoga Falls got a lot of stuff to see, we want to just enjoy the campsite. It's a nice day today. It's got this big ball in the sky. It's, we've been seeing that a lot, but yesterday we didn't see it much. It rained quite a bit overnight, or throughout the night, I should say. The RV's got a ton of leaves, and there's water on the one awning, so hopefully they all come off whenever all that gets retracted in. But nice day today so far. And as far as what's happening here going forward, we're definitely going to have fall show up tomorrow. Tomorrow the highs, I think, are supposed to be in the 50s. So it's going to be the first time that we have not had a high temperature, a daytime high temperature, in the 70s or 80s for well over a month. So I don't know what that's going to be like as I wear shorts. All right, we're going to get at it here. Well, we just had our big meal and big conversation with Big Mike and his wife, Cindy. It was a great time, guys. We really enjoyed it. We're heading back to the campground, and I have a feeling that maybe a nap might be in our future.
It's 4:30. There's no nap.
Heidi will take a nap. You watch. She says that now. But it's been a beautiful day out. Just unbelievable. Sunny, bright, windy. It's just nice. It's just really nice. So back to the campground, and we're going to try to enjoy Heidi's last day of camping and, well, my last day of camping too. We got to leave tomorrow morning. You know what that means?
Fall is here.
We finally turned the corner. Currently, as we sit here in our chair, from earlier in the video, we are 16 degrees colder. That's how fast it's dropping. The front is moving in. The humidity is completely gone. And right now we're at 70 degrees. And our high today was 86. So we got our jackets on. I still got shorts on, and I'll tell you what.
It's chilly.
Yeah, it is chilly. And the whole thing is we could probably deal with it to a better extent, but we haven't become acclimated to this. Not yet.
No.
I mean,
70 feels cool.
we've had like 80, upper 80s for the last 3 days. So,
it is. A lot of it's because it's breezy too.
Yeah.
70 probably wouldn't feel so bad if it wasn't so breezy.
Yep. And the other thing is, remember what I said, that the high temperature, the daily high temperature for all of September, for the entire month of September, we never had a temperature below 70 degrees for the daily high. So yeah, it feels weird, even though that wasn't the high temperature today. Tomorrow we're definitely below that. I think the high for the day is 60. I think it's 60.
It was supposed to be in the 50s.
Yeah, so it's bumped up a little bit. So we're going to close the video out for tonight. Heidi's got to go to work tomorrow. I'm going to get packed up and tow the camper home tomorrow. I get to do a black tank flush and all that stuff, which will be fun. But we'll get this all closed out for today. I think I'll just stick this on with the other days, so we'll have a couple days in a row. How do you tell them bye?
Bye.
And we had a lot of fun, and you guys will see me picking this up tomorrow. 3, 2, 1.
Good morning, YouTube. Today's the day. We got to go back home. Oh well. Knew that day was going to happen. Heidi already, of course, took off and headed back to work for the day. And I just kind of slept in. I didn't really feel like moving real fast. I don't know. Sometimes that's something that I don't mind doing, but yeah, not this time. I decided to sleep in. I think I slept in till about 8. Then I've just been slowly taking my time. I'm just kind of looking around as I talk to you guys. I'm kind of double duty in it. So something that whenever we were having lunch with Mike and Cindy the other day, hey guys, and it's true. The only thing that I really dread about taking and packing up the RV for the trip, the next get along, is one of the things that we bought the RV for, and that's the chairs. The chairs always have to be moved and secured over here with these straps that are secured on the floor. I don't like that part. I wish I didn't have to do that. I'm not just trying to be honest. I wish that was something that we didn't have to do. But I mean, the reason is because of, you could see the area here where the slide comes in. I mean, of course, the chair's not going to fit there. So I've got to take the one rocker here and move it. And somebody had asked about the recliners. No, we really wanted recliners. And the small recliners that they make are almost identical to these, except they recline. There's one minus to that, is it's not a swivel rocker. Now, I know you guys, a lot of you know that I wanted recliners back here. And I know that a lot of you are probably saying, or you're going to say, well, they make one. It's this European one. I don't like that one. I don't know what it is. I don't like the way it looks. It's European apparently. I want an American recliner. So anyways, reason that I haven't really looked at and found recliners to go into here is I definitely need to measure this box shape that they are, all the dimensions, and at that point just go look at rocker recliners. I want them to be swivel rocker recliners. That's a big thing, and the reason is because I found a feature on these that I do like, other than them being, these are pretty comfortable. I mean, they are not bad. But I found a feature on them that I really liked, and it's the swivel part of it. I can open the window and swivel around and just look out the window, you know, and see whatever's going on out there. I'm talking about the blinds, not necessarily the window part of it. I just find it kind of odd that I haven't really pushed the recliner thing because of dimensions, going shopping for them, and these things have been fitting the bill. We have this cubicle footstool you see here. We've had this for a long time, and this thing folds up real flat, and we usually just throw it underneath the bed. You can probably hear the water running. I'm filling up the gray water tank, so I have a good flush system for the black tank. But this is this is kind of an odd situation that whenever we got this, we've sat in these chairs and they were comfortable. They felt okay initially. Now the longer that we've had them, the more I'm realizing, they're not that bad. We can live with them. I still would like to have a recliner. I really would. It's going to be, I've just got to go shopping. We just got to go shopping for it. But still, we're getting back to the same thing. I have to move it whenever the slide comes in. So that's one of my biggest dreads whenever we go, whenever we're packing up to go back home or to move. The other big dread, I've got to fix that. And it's easy to do. The antenna, like I mentioned before, for the Wii Boost, the way I have it coming through the window and everything, I don't have a problem with that. Luckily, there's a drain that's on the seal. The cable fits perfect. The window closes. I love that part. What I don't like is how I have it attached to the ladder back there and putting it up, taking it down, putting it up, taking it down. It's just a hassle. So I've got to figure out something there. And of course, the answer would be to get that Wii Boost, the new RV one that has the mast and everything on it. Plus, it's got more oomph to it as far as trying to pick up a signal. What I find really funny about that is, whenever I got this Wii Boost, it's the RV GT or whatever it is, 4G RV, something like that. Whenever we got that initially, I did a review on it. Go check that out if you want. It does a great job. It's still doing a great job. And for the money that I paid for it, it was pretty expensive. I think at the time it was like $500, something like that, $520, maybe even more. But I didn't like the fact that I didn't have the directional antenna. So I made a directional antenna. I bought the components and the adapters and everything that were needed to get where I could actually point. And it's kind of like rifle versus shotgun. The antenna that comes with it is a 360-degree shotgun. So it picks up a signal pretty far away, all the way around the RV. Or if you get in a situation like this and you know where the tower is, you can just take and put the antenna we have on there. And like I said, it's a rifle. It goes much further, but it's a linear thing. It's just a real narrow path that it picks up from. So now that after I made all this, then they came out with one. They came out with a whole system that has a telescoping mast and all that crap. And of course I don't have it. Like I said, I'm filling up the gray water. Let me check the levels. Not that I trust this necessarily. That still says 2/3. I love it. It says the black's got 2/3 in there too. But that black has got to be close to being full because I was running the water in there for a long time. So I'm all hooked up. You can see the trailer back there. Everything went smoothly. No ill effects from all that weird stuff that was going on. So just going to head back to the house. I don't think I'm going to take the shortcut, but I am not going to go the long, smooth way. I am going to go a little bit longer way because it's, I got
2/3 of a freshwater tank in there, and I don't feel like towing that around too much. Like I said, most time when we tow around, like maybe 15 gallons at the most, and out of a 60-gallon tank, I got a lot of weight back there, considering, I mean, of course, you could put all 60 in there and it'd be a lot more, but yeah, went pretty smooth, so I'm heading back. It's not even noon yet. That's awesome. I'll tell you what, it's tough to level on gravel. Even with the railroad ties and the blocks and all that stuff that I have, it's, you know, I know that I need to be a 1/4 of an inch higher on this side before I put the slide out, and then everything's level. And anyways, it just seems to be kind of tough. I finally got it that way. It says the passenger side is about right, so now I've got to make the front to rear. It says I need to come up with 3/4 of an inch. But yeah, it seems like yeah, I came up a little bit more than 3/4 of an inch. I want some of that water to start running off the back a little bit more. So it says I need to come down 1/2 inch on the, we'll leave it there. We can turn this off, save the battery. A little bit of an issue whenever I was putting the slides away, not having anybody watch me like Heidi, or I watch while Heidi puts the slides in. I got a little branch, a little leaf, and the whole RV had a ton of leaves on it and little twigs and stuff. I mean, it is fall. We got leaves falling here too, so that's expected. So talking about fall, are we done camping for the year? I don't think so. I think this year, because of two things, and I don't know how it's going to work out, but I think we are more prepped to do winter camping this year than we ever have been. However, we do have one downfall, one small thing. I don't know if you can see the tire tracks, but you know, I utilize the yard to back the RV back where it was. Now, there is a solution to that, and that is I don't back it in where that is. And there's another solution to it. I call the guy that we got our gravel from, and he brings out big slag and he puts it out here. That wouldn't be a bad idea, but if he's going to do that, I could have him put slag back this way, and I could back the RV in here. I mean, there's a lot of choices, but if we get our, you know, ducks in a row here, none of that will matter. We won't be bothered with any of that. We'll be somewhere else. I mean, I tease Heidi all the time saying, hey, I want to go south for the winter, but really I would like to go south for the winter so I don't have to deal with any of that. And again, getting a cover for the RV, that's something that I've got to think about. Again, it's just the dread. I mean, just look off in the distance, see all that? That's what we get to look forward to from, you know, with exceptions. There's going to be exceptions. Don't get me wrong. We're going to have some really nice days that the winter's going to be, you know, potentially mild. It could be warmer than average. We could have less snow than average, you know, that kind of a thing. But this is what it looks like pretty much all winter long. We're just gray. This part of Ohio, I don't know if other parts of Ohio that way, but most days we're gray. We're just gray. And the sunny, really sunny, clear, bright days normally mean that we have a bunch of snow on the ground and it's cold outside. But I don't want to be depressing about the whole thing, because there are exceptions, like I said, and there's been a couple times that just beautiful weather in the winter, considering remember a couple years back, we did a video. We went out to West Branch, and it was in December, and it was 70 degrees out. It was just a really nice day. I don't know. I'm hoping for that kind of stuff. But anyways, getting back to what I was saying, as far as us doing some more camping trips, sure, I don't see why not. Of course, the only thing we have planned right now, absolutely for sure, that we're going to do is, unless something drastic changes, the IX show up in Cleveland. We like going up there and just looking, getting, you know, an idea of new things that are coming out. I'd love to see the new Rockwoods and what they have to offer. Actually, I'd like to see all the trailers and what they have to offer. You know, one of the things that you're going to find whenever you're shopping for an RV is your thoughts change on stuff, just, you know, in a short amount of time. And look in our case, I've done videos where I said, hey, listen, this old RV,
We're going to go ahead and refurbish it, and I guess we're just going to keep it. And I had all intentions, 100%, when we were refurbishing it, that we were probably going to keep it. For the time being, we was going to, get on down the road a ways and then make a decision on a different RV, because we knew we wanted a little bit more space. But look, that changed. That changed entirely. And everything could change in a second. I mean, it really, really could. So our plans are fluid. And as far as keeping an eye out for RVs, if something, an opportunity may pose itself. I don't know what that may be. You see some of that stuff on other channels that have a lot more viewers than we do. And, they're given vehicles to try out for 6 months or a year. And we might run into a situation like that. I don't know. I just don't know. But anyways, we're going to continue to bring you guys shopping with us whenever we do go RV browsing and talk about the RVs. And I'm going to bitch about everything that I find that I don't like, like I normally do. But it's nice that, we're finally getting to the end of the camping season. We didn't do near the stuff we wanted to do. We did get to go do some stuff that we didn't expect to do. We met a lot of people this year, which was great. I have to say that was probably the best experience looking back for all of the camping seasons that we've had in the past. Meeting more people, just meeting more people in general. It was just much more fun. Sometimes whenever we're out and we're traveling, it's really tough for us to actually stop and visit. But whenever we're, at a campground and we're going to be there for a week, 5 days, something like that, it's awesome. That makes, that's perfect. If not, we'd just be sitting inside probably watching TV, and I'd be editing videos, which obviously you guys seen that I didn't do much for video shooting. And a lot of that had to do with we were visiting. And there really isn't much going on other than the visiting. So, all right, closing this out. Like I said, it definitely looks like winter here. And I got shorts on still, and my legs are cold. As always, guys, we hope to see you out there. Bye.